Hey everyone, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about fears when it comes to public speaking. Have you ever come across situations like something holding you back from being the best version of yourself? You are on a stage or you are about to deliver a visual presentation and suddenly you feel the butterflies kicking. So that queasy feeling of your stomach takes over, your palms get sweaty, your mind goes blank, your throat dries up, your heartbeat increases. So presentation nerves can sabotage even the most credible and competent individual, turning them into a blueberry buffoon. So that's exactly why understanding some facts and dispelling myths will help you. It not only makes you feel more confident, but also helps to convey your thoughts and makes all the differences. So what are the things that you are worried about? Have you ever tried to talk in a meetup or a local event or in a conference? Why not? Have you ever conducted a session? Are you just worried about getting rejected or are you just nervous? Think about why you haven't tried it yet. And if you tried once, why don't you try it again? Did you have did you had a bad experience? Did you get a bad feedback? Think about it. Why haven't you done something to figure out what you should do to go forward? There are a lot of good reasons to speak, and here are a few of them. It will help you to be seen as an authority in your field. It helps you to share your knowledge with others. It builds your confidence once you start speaking, and you start to feel that it helps you to overcome your imposter syndrome as well. When you go to conferences, you get to learn from others. For me, it's fun. I like talking, giving sessions, meeting people, helping and teaching them. It gives you the feeling of accomplishment. It also helps in career building. Opportunities are open to everyone. It is up to us whether we want to explore them or not. So there are a lot of myths around what we think a speaker is versus what they actually are. So everyone has their own reasons for not speaking in public, especially in tech events. So, but a lot of those reasons are based on the myths that we can dispel concerns that we can address. So, okay, let's discuss on few of them. So the very first myth is, I'm not an expert. That's okay. You don't have to be an expert. Everyone has a different idea of what an expert means, and no one knows everything, and everyone has something to learn. You can know more than your topic about other than your audience, and there are things you probably do differently, or the text you use might be different from others, and all the time it might not be aware by others, and that makes you an expert in their eyes. So even if your audience has knowledge on the same topic, they are not going to frame that knowledge the same way you do. So they will still have something to learn from you. And there will be more people in the audience who are happy to learn what you know. A lot of us suffer from imposter syndrome. I have already shared about this before, so I will share it in the comments below. Please do check it out. So, in short, imposter syndrome is a psychological phenomenon where you feel like you are an imposter and you feel like you don't really have the knowledge or skills to be here, and you have somehow managed to fool everyone that they are going to find out. Imposter syndrome is really common, and trust me, you are not alone in this. I have recently given a talk on thinking in testing, which I was researching for a while. And I gave that talk for the first time at a physical conference. It was totally a different feel. I could see people in real life around me, watching me, listening to me, and I have never done anything like that before on a fancy stage like that. And I was so nervous, as you can imagine, right? So because I was very busy thinking like these people gonna judge me and they will have high expectations on me, or they will think like I'm a loser. And what is he talking about? And literally I was like, Nitin, calm down. This is your work, this is your research, and this is what you wanted. Come on, you can do it. So, and like that, and like the light at the end of the tunnel, the talk went fine. So everybody liked it. I taught them a lot about things, about different approaches on thinking, basically a reminder on something we forget sometimes. But you know, it's imposter syndrome. It happens to everyone. Try not to worry about it. Now let's talk about myth two, and this is a big one. People will ask questions I cannot answer, and I will look like a fool. Well, people might ask you questions, and there may be situations you cannot answer, but you will not look like a fool. Your audience understand that not everyone knows everything, and it can be hard to think on your feet. You are in your zone, you got your slides, and it is your session, and the audience know that it is what you are thinking about, and they are sympathetic too. So many of them have probably talked, or they are too nervous to talk. If you don't know the answer, there is a handful of things you can do. There are so many ways to work with this to say, hey, we will answer this later. We will talk about this later. Or you're going to post a blog, or on Twitter, you're going to share the answer. Don't worry about it. We all are nervous to speak. Your audience get that too. Most of them don't have the bravery to speak because they are not up there. So the mantra is practice, practice, practice. Even my mom started to talk about performance testing as she kept on hearing my practice in front of mirror for the last SOSCON talk. So record yourself and watch it back to back. Is that a horrible sounding idea to most of people? It is. It is. So, but you will find all of the things that you did wrong, and you will fix it. The more you practice, the less nervous you will be. But it is okay to be nervous. Pretty much everybody is. Now, Mitri, I have failed if the audience is not totally engaged. Sometimes when you are speaking, you are going to look at the audience and it looks like everybody is bored. That's okay. Most of them probably are not as bored as they look. A lot of people have just like resting bored faces. Audience generally sit with a pretty neutral face. So if they are not smiling or nodding or cheering, it doesn't mean they are not engaged. If they are using their phone or tablet or laptop, it doesn't mean they are ignoring you. They could be writing down every single word. Sometimes, if I am in a great session, I'm like live tweeting or writing a microblog out of it. So it might look like I'm totally ignoring the speaker, but I'm actually completely into it. And of course, no matter how good a speaker you are or how good a session it is not good to be for everyone. So not everybody is going to be engaged, and that's okay. That's normal. Nobody can connect with everybody. Don't take it personally and be happy to connect with the people that you do connect with. So there are a lot of other formats that promotes better learning, but public speaking is the most prominent one. You know, talking about how you learn something can also help others to learn in a similar way. So the overall idea is to just get them out of your head, because we never know until we actually do it. A lot of times these fears are just in our head and they are not actually going to happen. So get fueled up and go for your turn. See you soon. Bye bye.